Hey everybody, it's Chris, and this episode of Lazy Trucker Disc Golf is not a review, it is a challenge video. A couple months ago, while the team was talking about the Sockibomb Slammer release, one of the team managers, Gabe, said he thought it would be fun or funny to watch somebody try to throw around with just a Sockibomb Slammer and a TPX adder. So of course, with the TPX adder, I asked, is it more overstable than an adder? They said yes. I said, how does it compare to a stiletto? They said, more overstable. And I thought, yeah, with a slowing arm, that's exactly what I need. Something more overstable than a stiletto, but also challenge accepted, even if it took me some time to get the disc in hand. So, let's go out to the woods and throw super overstable discs on crazy lines with very limited forehand. In this video, you will get to see me throw backhand, forehand, and even overhand, attempting to get birdies. And after the round, after the edited goodness, I'll throw in all the, well, not all, but some of the blooper shots as well. Hopefully get some smiles on that. So, have fun watching some overstable plastic. The TPX adder is ridiculously overstable, way more overstable than the VIP. But also, because of this ridge on the wing that's really aggressive, actually kind of comfortable for the hand. So, questions or comments below if you want, or just laugh at me below. Perfectly acceptable on this one. As always, thanks to my sponsors, Hazy Shade, Dynamic Disc, sorry, wrong side. Thanks for the support this year. Should have at least one more video coming. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, so we're going to Clarksville, Indiana, Lapping Memorial Park for this Overstable Disc Challenge. Hole 1, I think, is a little bit longer than 204. That's okay. This is a natural forehand hole, but these discs were so overstable that that tree on the right with all the marks on it kind of got in the way of the flex. So I threw the thumber. It was supposed to be lower. I was trying to get a ground skip, but went straight instead. Look at all that overstability on this putter. Outside 20 feet was a complete monster for me because I used such a beat-up straight putter. Hole 2, I needed to flex this a little bit more to get around that tree. As a big tree, I had it hit the entire path, obviously. Just a little chip forehand and cleanup putt. Inside 20 feet, not so rough. Outside 20 feet, ugh. Hole 3, this is fairly straight. You can see the basket there, but the line is actually slightly right off the tee pad, so you have to angle your body, which makes the flex shot more comfortable. I think that throw would have been perfect with a suspect, like parked perfect. With the Socky Slammer, it was really short. Hole 4 uphill, 243. This plays more like 280. Usually I throw a mid or just a really powered down fairway on this. This time I'm throwing a very turned over TPX adder. You saw the stability on it, and a cleanup putt. Hole 5, this is a big dog leg left, but you have to hit the tunnel first, and this is actually one of the better shots I've ever had here because I got so much ground play on the skip. So pretty, well, besides the fact that there's a tree right there, I was actually really excited that I didn't hit my hand on the tree, and then I got lucky and got a nice kick out into the center of the fairway again, so I could clean up the putt. Hole 6, this should belong on the blooper reel. I told myself, don't throw it too nose up. This disc is so overstable that as soon as I threw it, I thought, oh, that is going to be a monster. And this is not the second shot that you're going to see coming out of the woods. The second shot only went about 30 feet. This is the third shot, and then we'll clean up the putt. That tee shot just kind of buried me over in the small trees. There was no way to the basket from there. Hole 7, pretty straightforward. Only problem here was that tree on the right didn't allow me to flex something far enough. That's not true. I just threw a really bad shot with the Sockibomb Slammer. So I threw the overhand, got me inside the circle. You can see here I'm actually making sure my feet are in a legal stance. I made the imaginary line so my right foot wasn't too far forward. Hole 8 plays longer than 312 because this is actually sneaky uphill the entire way. I think this is actually my farthest throw of the entire round with the TPX adder. Still short. So just a nice easy upshot with the Slammer, which this disc does very well, obviously. 9 blue is fairly tunnelish. Usually I just throw a straight putter at it. I got really lucky here. You're going to see the disc disappear from view. It somehow got through all those trees to right there. Again, very lucky. I did not throw that well, but it managed to sneak through. Hole 10, dogleg left. This is a powered down TPX adder. And you're going to see again that skip ground play. that was one of the most beautiful things about this disc. Like, I couldn't get much distance with it at all, but it got some amazing skips around corners, some on camera, some on not. Hole 11, this was a tricky one. There's a ravine here, there's drop-offs here, so I was trying to flex it pretty much just like I did, which got pin high. But it was just a tight line, so that tall flex was all I had. Hole 12 blue, this is a natural forehand. I am not a natural forehander, and this was day 2 when it was like 40 degrees outside, so that failed pretty bad, but that's okay. Little upshot, I thought I had this one, but it was short. It has no glide, just wants to get to the ground, but nice easy cleanup again. Hole 13 blue, this is a straightforward shot actually. I usually throw a putter here and just let it fade gently. Instead I'm cranking on a TPX adder and caught some branches because it's just so overstable. Upshot, overthrown, but nice easy cleanup again. I cannot overstate how overstable this TPX adder is. Here I'm just trying to throw a forehand around, but you can see how hard I chopped this left. And this was when I was warming up, like I was actually starting to feel good, but it's just so overstable. Here I was actually trying to get some ground play, and I got the shot I wanted. It was just like 3 feet too long. And I missed the upshot here. I almost hit a tree, but instead got to the basket. Just a normal slammer shot up to the basket. Hole 15 is a really hard left turn. Basically at this corner where those 2 big trees are, you just want to take a dead left turn and then go about 100 feet down a hill. I got a lot of the skip, but you can see it came up short. And this is my favorite putt of the day because that foot is down, so this is a legal putt, and somehow I got it to fade into the basket. I was pretty stoked with that one. Hole 16 gold. Let's go back over the overhand. This is a straight tunnel, so it made sense. Too hard to flex the TPX adder that far. It came up just a little bit short, hit that tree. If it hadn't hit that tree, I thought it might get a little bit of action up the hill. As you can see, my shoulder was sore at this point. And then circles edge uphill, just couldn't quite get it to stay on the line long enough. Cleanup putt from off camera. 17 blue. This was my favorite forehand of the entire round. I felt like I nailed this one. I chopped it so it was turned over. I thought it was going to make the wide gap right here, this gap, and then skip up the hill, but of course I hit a tree instead, and then just a little chip forehand with the slammer, cleanup putt again. And we finally get to hole 18. By now my shoulder is aching, and we went to the gold tee. You can actually see the blue tee down there. I was trying to get this disc to fade all the way to blue tee, but when it hit the ground, it didn't skip as much as I thought it would. It kind of flared straight up instead of straight. So now I have to work through a lot of trees. My skip into the fairway didn't quite make it, pretty close. And then this forehand, this patent pending shot, which was terrible and was going to end up in the blooper reel, somehow got me inside the circle to clean up. So 18 holes with 2 stupidly, in a good way, overstable discs. It was fun. It was a challenge. My shoulder hurt. The end. Or is it? Because I promised bloopers. So let's bring them on. Starting out, Sockibomb Slammer for putting, especially outside 20 feet, it just dies. I missed left or low so often. This is my first forehand attempt. That was pretty beautiful. Trying to flex the line, obviously missed it straight into the woods. Here's I talking about outside 20 feet, clank, outside 20 feet, clank. You saw the good one on this one, completely missed the line again. It kicked so far into the woods it was on the other fairway. And then chip forehand, should be easy. How about grip lock, way down the hill. This was ended up like a 45-foot uphill putt. And then here's that shot. I was actually aiming this flex to be in the wide open fairway on the left here. Completely grip locked it way up into the sky and somehow got in the circle. So thanks for watching. Overstable challenge accepted. I'm done.